because I didn't even know this myself. I actually didn't even know this myself. I found it fucking hilarious. It is typical English, British media, Sky Sports, always with their agendas against Man United. Because we know if it was the other way round, yeah, it would be all over the news. It'd be all over the news talking about how bad, disgusting Manchester United are, disgrace of a football club, There's actually two things I want to talk about with the media, but we're going to get onto one major thing that I'm sure a lot of you in the chat, which I'm going to ask when we get into it, didn't know about, that I didn't know about. It's only come out today, and it's not even come out majorly by a breaking source. It's come out because of some Twitter account or something along those lines, right, at this. So, there's, obviously, as we know, Harry Amass is now on loan, is a Man United academy player. He's now on loan at Sheffield Wednesday. And we know Sheffield Wednesday are going for a bit of disgusting turmoil with their ownership. I don't know too much about it myself. I know that he's basically going to send them bust. They're basically going to go bust if they don't get help. They've had to sell all their players this summer. They're odds on to get relegated, etc., etc. And yeah, they got Harry Amass in on loan to help Sheffield Wednesday during their financial struggles. Manchester United are paying for everything to loan Harry Amass there, from wages to his accommodation costs and through to any bonuses he may pick up between now and January. Now, I'll ask everyone in the chat right now, and I'll ask everyone in the comments watching this video because it's going out as a video. I'll ask every single one of you, how many of you knew that Man United were doing this? How many of you knew that Man United were doing this? How many of you? How many of you knew? How many of you knew? How many of you knew? I guarantee none of you knew this. I guarantee none of you knew this. Why? As James G said, who looks like a top red, I don't know if he is or not, said, I bet this does not get reported on Sky Sports News. This is good news from Old Trafford, and we all know that Sky only reports the struggles. Hashtag MUFC. I also would imagine that TalkSport won't either, because they also have the same agenda. Facts. Do you get what I'm saying? Facts. Yeah? Facts. Yeah? I haven't seen no fucking big TalkSport or talk shit, fucking Sky Sports, TNT, any of them. I haven't seen any of them. Why? Because it's a nice, good thing that Man United have done. Now, we can all imagine what the media would be like if Man United did something bad. If Man United did something bad, the media would be, I mean, it would be absolutely outrageous. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't even, there'd be hit pieces on Ratcliffe. They'll be sitting there, they'll start talking about how he's avoiding tax. They'll start doing all this stuff. Do you get what I mean? I mean, we know what they've already been on Ineos and Ratcliffe more than they were on the Glazers for fucking, what? The Ineos have been there since 2024. So more than they was on the Glazers for 19 years, they've already been on Ineos. The amount of times we've seen Ineos sack workers. Ineos have sacked workers and spent 200 million. Ineos told us that they were going broke, yet they spent 200 million, etc., etc. When Ineos literally said, with their own words, that we are sacking workers to save funds for players. They never lied. They never made up. They never said they weren't doing it. Do you get what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's how that's the aim of the, not the aim of the game, but that's the game's the game type thing. Do you get what I'm saying? None of us heard any of this. I bet none of you heard any of this. I bet none of you heard this. They do get paid to hate. The dinner lady's sacking. Oh, but do you get what I'm saying? The Glazers poncing 2 billion out the football club. I mean, I've never heard any fucking Sky Sports lot talk about that. I mean, Gary Neville barely even talks about the Glazers. Do you get what I'm saying? It's hilarious. Anyways, Ineos gets all the stick, but yeah, I mean, the media, when they do stuff good, never reporting on anything. Now, this is the second part. This is the most obvious question I think I've ever heard, and every single year, this question gets absolutely, not amplified, what's the word I'm looking for? This question, or this certain type of topic, gets, for me, it shows a lot. Which all-time Premier League signing had to deal with the most pressure to perform from day one? I don't know, mate. Maybe the guy who got 4 assists in one game, and on Sky Sports, you had a pundit that was paid millions of pounds a year to sit there and go, I'd expect that from a £100 million player. Oh, you'd expect that, would you? You'd expect a £100 million player to get 4 assists a game. Oh, really? So, let's have it right. He would expect someone to get 152 assists a season if they will cost £100 million. So, let's go through all the all-time PL signings. Declan Rice, Florian Wirtz now, Caicedo, Enzo, Madrid. No, Madrid wasn't 100 million. Madrid was 60 million. Anthony, Lukaku. I feel like there's one I'm forgetting. Now Ekatike, now Isak. So if Isak ain't bagging 4 goals a game, lads, then I mean, he must be a flop. Do you get what I'm saying? Who was the other ones? Anyone else in the chat? Is there anyone else I'm forgetting? I feel like there might be one more. Maybe there isn't anyone I'm forgetting. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, I already said Squirts. Yeah? This question is the most obvious question ever. Yeah? Paul Pogba was villainised by the media for one reason. Manchester United broke the transfer record for him. This guy, literally, and this is a true fact, by the way, I swear down, this is not a fucking lie. I'm not joking. This is true. He literally recorded a video of him in a van listening to someone say something about the Quran or something along those lines, right? I think they were reciting the Quran. He literally, all he did was post an Instagram story of him saying something in Arabic, I think, right? And oh yeah, Grealish is another one. Yeah, I already said Grealish. And they've ended up fucking doing a hit piece on him, yeah, with Ryan Giggs was criticising him for that. This was the most dumbest question ever. And Florian Wirtz, year on year, we hit these big signings. I guarantee you, Isak, if he doesn't hit the ground running, will not get the criticism Paul Pogba did. I guarantee Florian Wirtz is getting criticism from rivals, but I haven't seen any of these media outlets criticising him. Bruv, this guy was criticised. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, I do think Giggs probably didn't know where it was. But the fact that it was even a question, yeah, at the end of the day, if you're paid millions of pounds as a fucking broadcast, or billions of pounds if you're a broadcasting company, yeah, you should probably research what he's fucking sitting in there videoing, mate. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe not Giggs, but I'm saying the company should never have showed Giggs the video for him to go, well, what the fuck is that? Because he probably didn't know what that was. But, as I'm saying, this question, and as I say, every single year, this gets highlighted more and more. And this is why I always say, we are the biggest club in England. And no one even comes close. No one comes close. Not one person comes close. Not one team comes close to this team. Do you get what I'm saying? The media have an absolute agenda against us. They are villainised by us. They villainise us. I don't know why, whether it's the fucking fact we ruined their childhoods or it's because we get them clicks. It's probably a bit of both. But listen, yeah, and if you go in the quotes, by the way, of this, I'm sure you'll want to see the quotes. Yeah, I'll show you all the quotes. Yeah, look, Pogba used to get hated on a daily basis. Their brother also got criticised for listening to the Quran. Yeah, a man got 4 assists in one game when a Scottish pundit said what he expects. Look, another video of what happened with the Quran thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Pogba got 4 assists. Bruv, look, it's all filled with Pogba. I'm not sure Pogba has any competition. Bruv, and what's mad, forget all this stuff, yeah, bro. Listen, Paul Pogba, yeah, they expected this guy, do you get what I'm saying, to do everything. Look, the quote is full of Paul Pogba. Even rival fans are going to say Paul Pogba. Man said Haaland. Yeah, allow it, bruv. Allow it, mate. Yeah, Pogba did this and got abused on the last day of the season. Pogba was our top goal scorer, top assister, most shots on target, most takers, most fouls, most chances created, most position won, most passes into the final third, most duel won. Probably was our top big chance creator as well. Yeah, and they literally, I swear down, go type up Man United fan abuses Pogba at Cardiff. Go type up. Yeah, he's fucking sitting there calling Pogba shit because Pogba went and gave his boots to a kid in the crowd and got abuse. True story, bruv. And I blame the media. It wasn't Man United fans and English football fans are all conned by the media. They were told this weird narrative that Paul Pogba was inconsistent. No, he fucking wasn't. I could name you loads of games where Paul Pogba was on fucking form, bruv. Was cooking players. Do you get what I'm saying? I could name you loads of fucking seasons, bruv. And I'll tell you one thing that people don't know, yeah? One thing that people don't know that you probably didn't know yourself. Look, first season inconsistent, yeah? First season inconsistent. This is the problem with PR. When you don't have PR, do you get what I'm saying? It shows. Paul Pogba versus Premier League centre mids in 2016-17. Most chances created, most dribbles, most duels won, and most passes completed. Yeah, in the Premier League. Bearing in mind, that was when Fabregas was in the league. That was when, who else was in the league? David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Yaya Toure was still in the league at that point. Do you get what I'm saying? There was a lot of top midfielders, and he done all those stats in his first Premier League season in a new league. Giga saying for the biggest money that anyone had ever been signed for, by the way, in English football history. And it just goes to show you, doesn't it, the agenda Manchester United the media have against Manchester United.